YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is LaDonna. I'm a homeschooling mom of two. For the upcoming school year, I will have a 6th grader and a 4th grader. And on my channel, I just like to share what we are learning, how we are growing, and what God is doing in our lives. In today's video, I'm really excited to share with you my homeschool favorites for the 2020-2021 school year. Now, I have not picked any curriculum we've used. I feel like you can look back at past videos and figure that out. What I have gathered here are books and games and supplies that we have enjoyed or that have really stood out to me this past school year in hopes to encourage you. So let's go ahead and get started. The very first thing I want to share with you is my homeschool planner. I used the well-ordered homeschool planner, and it was made by a homeschooling mom. Her name is Caroline Allen. You can check out her website. It is thewellorderedhomeschool.com. She has released her planner for this coming school year. You can buy it printed, or you can buy the PDF and print it yourself. She has made some minor changes, but I could not share this video without sharing my homeschool planner. I love it. It has been an incredible resource for me. So the very next thing I want to share with you that we've really loved this year is poetry and tea time. My goal for this past school year was to do poetry and tea time twice a month, and by God's grace, we were able to do that. That schedule worked for me and my kiddos. So I also want to share with you some of the poetry books that we enjoyed this year. I want to share with you two that I loved, and I want to share one of the books that both of my children enjoyed. So the very first one I have is It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, the poetry of Mr. Rogers. This book is absolutely precious. The book itself is stunning. See that? Aren't they precious? I don't know if you grew up on Mr. Rogers, if you love Mr. Rogers. I kind of sort of did. I love to put it on for my kids now. My son is really not that into it, but my daughter, she will sit and watch it, and she even talks about just the kindness and the gentleness of Mr. Rogers. But this is a book of his poems, and it's absolutely precious. It is on Amazon. I picked it up when it was 50% off one day, and they will every so often put it on sale. So if you're interested, I would encourage you to add this to your collection. Another book that I have that I really did enjoy pulling out for poetry and tea time, it's by Julia Andrews. It's Treasury for All Seasons, Poems and Songs to Celebrate the Year. And I really did enjoy this book. My children enjoyed this book. This book is absolutely beautiful. It is broken up by the month, and it's just so fun. I see right here for spring, you can kind of see the illustrations. They're really whimsical. So you have spring, and then it goes straight into the months. And it does cover all of the seasons and all of the months. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. There are also poems for birthdays and different celebrations. There are also poems for the sunrise and sunset. So just a variety of different occasions. But I have really enjoyed this. I picked this up on Amazon. I bought it used. If you can get it used, I would encourage you to, but this is definitely something we all have enjoyed and that really stood out to me this year. So the book for poetry and tea time that both of my children really and thoroughly enjoyed, and I actually had to make them take turns using it for poetry and tea time, was the Book of Animal Poetry, and this is a National Geographic book. This book includes a variety of different poems by different authors. My children enjoyed the poems, but they also enjoyed the photography in this book. So just so you guys can see just how beautiful the pictures are, here's another one. And another one. So just so beautiful, so captivating. And you can see the poems aren't very long, so they're not intimidating. And it's something that both of them really, really enjoyed. So if you're looking for one to add to your collection, I would highly encourage you to get this one. So moving on to books. I purchased a few Lift the Flap Usborne books, and y'all, they really are something. So I'll just show you the inside of one, and you can see how colorful they are and how full of information they are. And there are Lift the Flaps everywhere. So I think this book includes 80 flaps. They're worth all the hype. If you can get a few, I'd encourage you to get a few because both of my kiddos will just sit here for forever and open all of them up and read all of the information, and they are so, so fun and living and colorful and worth it. They are absolutely worth it, and I feel like they're sturdy. I do not feel like this is something that can easily be destroyed. You definitely would have to be trying, so I feel like they're an investment that will last. So we really loved the Lift the Flap books. Some of the other books that really impressed me this year were the Julia Rothman books, the collection. We have several of them and we love them. My children love them. They definitely just picked them up and read from them, or it inspired color time, different artwork pieces, or they were just something we turned to as a supplement to whatever it is that we were learning in science or nature studies. So I've definitely been impressed by these. If you can add them to your collection, I would encourage you to. Another book that I was really impressed by was this Atlas of the Ocean Adventures. I'm sure you guys have seen this floating around on Amazon. This is a little bit more of a pricier book, so if you could get this as a birthday present or a gift, or maybe you have family members who like to contribute to your library or homeschool needs, this is definitely one I would encourage you to add. It's like kind of a awkward book. I'm sorry for all the movement, but I just want to open it up so you guys can see the inside. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a beautiful book full of information. Definitely aided us in our science this year, and it was one that I was really, really glad that we had. Another book / collection that I would recommend are the Big Book books. There's the Big Book of Bugs, the Big Book of Birds, the Big Book of Beasts, the Big Book of Blooms, and the Big Book the Ocean Blue. I'm not sure if that's right. There are several of them, and we have a few. We do not have all of them, but y'all, we've really enjoyed them, and we've enjoyed them for a variety of reasons. They are absolutely beautiful. I love the size. My children love to hold them. They're full of information, and they're absolutely colorful. But the thing that I feel like nobody really talks about is that these books are kind of like I Spy books. So in the back of the book, you can find a Did You Find section, and they tell you on each page what to look for. Both of my children really enjoyed that. So this is definitely something that I would recommend. The two president books that we really enjoyed this year, the first one is The Lives of the President, Fame, Shame, and What the Neighbors Thought. So this one only went to President Barack Obama, but I really did love the information that this book provided about each of the presidents. And then another one is this D.K. Smithsonian, The Presidents. It's a visual encyclopedia, and I like this book for a number of reasons. Obviously, because of the information it included about the presidents, but it also had a section just for the notable first ladies. And it also had a section about the Constitution and the presidency, and then it had a section just for the presidential places and vehicles. I thought that that was super cool. And then it also just had a list of references, just facts about political parties and fun facts about presidents and vice presidents and states, and just some general information about that. So this is a fantastic resource if you're looking for something to add to your collection, or if you're about to do a study on the presidents. I would highly recommend this. Another book that stood out to me this year was The 44 Animals of the Bible, and this is a book from Master Books. We really did enjoy this when we read about animals in our Bible study time or in our science time. Okay, so moving on, but keeping along with the theme of books, these two series that I'm about to share with you are series that my children read in their reading time. The first one is The Sugar Creek Gang, and this is a series my son read that he really enjoyed. This is definitely one I would recommend just because my son enjoyed it. And the book series that my daughter really enjoyed was the Junie B. Jones box set. She really enjoyed this. It definitely made her laugh. She's on the last one. This box set is a set of 4, and because she enjoyed it so much is why I would recommend it to all of you. So the next thing I want to share with you that we really enjoyed this year is our missionary study. This is To Every Nation, and it is by Not Consumed Ministries. So we purchased the notebooks and the set. Now, this is not all of the books that it came with. I think it actually came with 12, and I'm only showing you 9 right here. And the reason why I'm only showing you 9 is because these are the 9 that we finished. And you can see right there, if the glare is not too bad, you see Eric Little, Corrie ten Boom, George Mueller, Nate Saint, Elizabeth Elliot, David Livingstone, Mary Slessor, did I say Eric Little, Hudson Taylor, and Gladys Allward. The 9 missionaries we read about this year, and we absolutely loved them. If this is something that you can do for a read aloud, I would highly encourage you to do that because it encouraged and inspired all of us. So this is something that just kind of accidentally happened. I was looking for something just to inspire my children. For those of you who are new, my husband is a pastor. We actually moved to the Midwest almost 3 years ago, and I really wanted to show and teach my children about other people who have said yes to the call of God. So I never imagined that this would turn into our read aloud time, but it did, and we absolutely loved it, and it encouraged us. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend the Christian Heroes Then and Now series. The study itself was good, but you know, this is something that you could create on your own. You don't necessarily need a study. I just kind of wanted to show you how it happened for us. I will definitely be purchasing more from this series, but I just wanted you to see the 9 that we read this year, and we loved them. We absolutely loved them. Okay, the next thing I want to share with you are these digital bookmarks. Both of my kiddos had a bookmark. They did have assigned reading time, and these bookmarks made it super simple. I could just set the timer, give them the bookmark, and they would go read, and when the timer went off, they knew that they were done. So this was just a really great visual and tool for them and mom. Another thing I want to show you is this, I don't even know what you would call this, but it's just this resource container. I found them at Walmart, and I have 2, and we use them for their colors and paint and markers and scissors. You can open it up and it's got a little tray, and then it's got a little compartment right here. But what I really loved about it was the organization, and also the fact that I had no fighting or complaining. I know that some people can just set out all of their resources on a table and everybody can share. Well, it doesn't work like that at my house. So anytime I can prevent fighting or frustration or anything and everything that comes with that, I do. And these little supply boxes really helped with that. I found these at Walmart, just at our local Walmart at the beginning of the school year. I will be cleaning them out and using them again next year because they work so well. And what I did was I just let them decorate them with different stickers. So we really did enjoy these. Something that I really loved and enjoyed from our library are these STEAM to-go kits. I don't know if you can see that. So this is something that is provided by our local library, and we can check them out, and each of the kits are themed. This particular kit is all about the human body. So there are just several manipulatives in this bag, and then also a book. So it was just something really, really cool that we could check out and bring home and work through together. These resources are growing at our local library. They have a variety of these bags available for ages and subjects. I don't know if this is something your library provides. If they do, I would encourage you to highly take advantage of it, because this has really been cool for me and my kiddos. Okay, some of the other things that we loved. We really loved our morning menus. I'm not going to do a flip through here because I have a whole separate video all about morning menus. You can check that out. We really, really, really enjoyed our menus. They just provided consistency, and they helped us to get through our mornings. They helped us to motivate us, and they helped us to prepare for the day ahead. So two of my favorite devotionals from this year, I really enjoyed this one right here. It's called What Every Child Should Know About Prayer. Uh-oh, sorry, I got too close. If you can see that right here, we are almost finished with it. It has just been a really sweet resource. This devotion that I have right here, it's called God's Amazing Creatures and Me. It's devotions for boys and girls ages 6 to 10. This is what we did on Fridays. For Bible this year, we used More Than Words, and it's actually set up to be used 4 days a week. So on that 5th day, I just read from this, and my children really enjoyed it. They really looked forward to this. So if you're looking for a really good devotional and you have animal lovers, I would encourage you to check this out. So what I have right here are just a few other random additional resources we enjoyed this year. This is Sticker by Numbers, and it's by Brain Games. I had a book for each of my kiddos, and we even had a Christmas book, and they both really enjoyed this. They actually worked through this when we were doing our read aloud time. So this is something that's great for their hands to keep them busy, but also to keep them focused while you're reading. We really enjoyed that. We also really enjoyed these paint books by Usborne. I've shared these a couple of times. I know that these can be a little costly, but this is definitely something that you could use and share with all of your children. The pages are perforated. All you need are some extra paint brushes and some water, and they are good to go. Both of my kiddos really enjoyed this. We also did these during read aloud time as well. Another thing that I really enjoyed when we weren't doing our read aloud time and we were using the Audible app, I had both of my kiddos do this extreme dot to dot, and this definitely kept them focused. This is not something that is easy for smaller children. I definitely recommend this for older children. We did not finish this book this year. This is definitely something we will be taking into the next year with us, but I would recommend the extreme dot to dot. They come in a variety of themes. I picked this up over at Rainbow Resource. I would definitely encourage you to check them out. Another resource we enjoyed, and I really hesitated sharing this because I picked this up at Aldi last year and gave it to my children for Easter this past year. So I'm really not even sure where you would purchase it from. There is a website here, I will share it with you, but it's this glow-in-the-dark no and glow insects and bugs sticker activity books. They have both really enjoyed this. There are a variety of activities, whether it comes to puzzles or mazes, some coloring, and they have to find the correct sticker and match it up on the page. But both of my kiddos really have enjoyed this spring. It's Hinkler. It's by Hinkler. I don't know if you can see that, but the website is www.hinkler.com. I found this at Aldi. I would imagine this is something that is, it's a seasonal product, so hopefully if you have an Aldi or something like it nearby, we'll be putting this out again, but this is something both of my children really enjoyed. When it comes to Gather Round, the study that really stood out to me this year was their mini government study. I really did enjoy this. We used this along with an election packet that I purchased from Teachers Paid Teachers, but the information in here was absolutely fantastic. If you have not gone through the government study, I would highly encourage it. And like I've said in the past, you do not need the student workbooks. You can just buy the teacher's guide and come up with your own activities. This is not Gather Round is not our core curriculum. We just use it as an add-on because we enjoy it. So if this is something you're interested in and you want to try out, I would definitely encourage you to do that. Okay, some supplements / games that we really enjoyed this year. I really enjoyed the musical multiplication by The Good and the Beautiful. I was really nervous about teaching multiplication from memory, so when I discovered the musical multiplication, I was really excited and just thankful for it. So along the lines of multiplication, another resource that I really enjoyed was this Match and Learn multiplication domino set. I picked this up over at Amazon. My friend Heather over at the Faithful Homeschool Journey. Am I saying that right? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Anyway, she recommended this and we picked them up and we've really enjoyed them. Something else I've really enjoyed for my girl is this Usborne Key Skills time practice book. She has gone through a few of the lessons already and I think it's absolutely fantastic. Her favorite part are the characters. So they do a little bit of an introduction right here, but throughout the book the characters are found teaching the lesson or asking the question. So I've really enjoyed this so far. It's been a really good fit for her, so it's definitely something I would recommend. So some of the games that we've enjoyed, I'm going to share some homeschool games and just some fun games right here that have stood out to me this year. The first one is Money Bags. So this is a crazy coin counting game. I know that there are a variety of money resources and money games out there. This is the one that we purchased and it has been working for us and we've really enjoyed it. I have 3 Lakeshore learning games I want to share with you. The first one I have right here is called Star Power Premier. It's a following direction game. It's all about reading comprehension. It's all about following directions correctly. So this is the game right here, and it's recommended for 2nd through 3rd grade. This has definitely been a great resource. The next game from Lakeshore Learning that I really enjoyed is this Read the Clock time game, and its focus is for 1st grade to 2nd grade. Can you see that? And what was really cool about this game is you could do clock cards or you could do clock words. You could either figure out the time by words or numbers. So this is the second one that I would recommend. And the third one I would recommend is called Place Value Mystery Game. It's recommended for second graders through third graders, and it is all about place value. And this was a really fun game. Both of my kiddos really enjoyed it. Okay, I have 4 more games and then we're done. This Guess in 10 World of Animal game has been really fun. It has been a hit for my entire family and even our friends. This is one that I picked up at Target for $10. If you're looking for something that is easy and simple, I would highly recommend this game. Another game that has been a hit in my house is this Bug Bingo. So we actually have Bug Bingo and Ocean Bingo. My people really, they really love the Ocean Bingo more than the Bug Bingo, but this was what was closest to me, so I grabbed it. But it is a lot of fun. It is a great spin on bingo. It's fun for all ages. So if you're looking for something to add to your collection, I would definitely recommend this. Another game that's been really fun for everybody is this Weird But True game. It is by National Geographic. This was a gift, and again, it is something that has just been so fun for everyone. The facts are definitely interesting, but you know, that's just so good for kids, right? Because they love all of that kind of stuff. So I would definitely recommend this. And the last game I would recommend is this I Saw It First, and it is the Jungle one. So this one's not really a homeschool game, but if you're just looking for something to break up everything else, I would highly recommend this. It has been a hit for my entire family, and again, for friends who come over, it is super fun. And it's a game anybody can play. All right, friends, that was a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video. These are my homeschool favorites for the 2020-2021 school year. Let me know in the comments below if you have any of these things, if you've used any of these things, or just share with me some of your favorites. I'm definitely on the lookout for the upcoming school year, what I can add and what I can bring in. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.